Hi everyone, you are back with TazWows12. This is my YouTube channel and you are watching me do a makeup look today. I'm going out one Saturday for my friend's birthday, so I thought I would test this sort of style out because I saw it on the internet, which was Facebook. So I thought I'd have a little go of it because I've got some of the products that are sort of the same, but not all, but I've kind of tried to link them up. So we'll get into the video. This video is not sponsored. I have some products that I will obviously show you, but it's not sponsored by any of them, so don't think that. And the other things is, please can you subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, because every time I put a video up you will be notified of when I put that video up straight away. So yes, I am trying to get content up nearly every weekend because I seem to be, that is my best times to upload, because YouTube does take a long time to upload these things. So yes, the weekends are the best. So if there's any weekends that I'm obviously doing something, there might be less content on them weekends, but I am trying to do Fridays, Saturdays and Sundays, so you have a whole weekend of content that I have got planned. So anyway, and the other thing is, if you like the video that I'm doing now, please give this a like. If you like the products that I have got in this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you like the video in a general overhaul, then give it a like anyway. So yeah, that's great. So I think what the best thing is to do is let's get into the video. So I've just clipped my hair out of the way so we can get onto the eyes, because that is the main thing that we are doing today. Let's get priming on these eyes, and we are going to use. I'll try and talk through some of these products with you because I don't normally, I just show you them. So we'll do a little different one today because I have got a nice quiet house. So yeah, and I'm gonna have to think of where I'm gonna do these videos, because this is not, I'm not happy with this background, so there's not much I can do about it at the moment, but we are going with what I can and sort this out so it looks a bit more prettier. So anyway, let's get on to the product. So the first product I'm going to use to prime my eyes is the Essence I Heart Stage eyeshadow base, like this. And it just comes in this little pot, as you can see. I'll take the top off, and then you just get this little applicator. Find it in this dark colour, or there's like a lighter paler colour, which I do prefer, and I have got both, but I'm trying to use this one up at the moment because I think these are really good. They're just as good as any other big brand, I think. We are going to go with that today, and these cost around £2.50. So yeah, I'm just going to put it on my eyes. Put as much as you want on because you want the intensity of the eyeshadow onto your eyes. I obviously take this up a little bit further because it will all get blended around. How I blend all this in, I use the 120 circular concealer brush, and these are from Primark. They come in a pack of 2, so this is the one I actually used, and it comes with, so it comes with the Precision concealer brush. I've not actually used these ones yet because, and this is what, 121. It's like a little triangle, as you can see, but yeah, they come in a pack of 2, and I think they're about £2.50. They're really, really good brushes. Primark the other week, and they still do these. I'm really gutted that I didn't pick another one up because I have got about 3 sets at the moment, so I probably should have picked another one up. But when I do another haul, I probably will pick them up. So I just used the more fluffier brush, and then just blend this all into my eye, obviously to the top in the corner, and round the side. The next thing I'm going to put in my top like line of eye, eyeliner, bottom line, do you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm on about. So yeah, I'm going to put that in there, the Jelly Pong Pong 2-in-1 eyeliner and eyeshadow brush, and it looks like this. I got this in when I went to the clothes show. I think they got replaced to Liverpool, so I haven't been to that one since, but I might try and go to see what they're like. Never been to Liverpool once, but didn't get to see the nightlife, so I might do shopping in the day, nightlife in the evening. So yeah, so that might be a possibility. So anyway, so this is what it is, and this is the pencil. So it's just a nice copper brown. I'm going to put that in now. I really think most brands should do this, like make like a stick worthy for in your eye and obviously on the outside, because obviously you've got more wear and tear out of this, so which is really, really good. So the first lot of eyeshadows I'm gonna use are the Naked Urban Decay Heat one. This is what it looks like. This is the packaging, by the way. There's on the back. You obviously get a brush with this as well, which I think is really good. And brushes are really, really good. Can't recommend them anymore. They probably get used in the haul, so I'll try and say which ones they are. So this is the product, what it looks like. So you can see my ring like that. So that's what it looks like inside. Very, very pretty. And I really love these products because the intensity of the colours come out perfect. I think they're really, really good. I've got about 5 Urban Decay palettes and I've had them for ages. They last such a long time and I just think they're really, really good. Bit on the pricey side, but if they're gonna last you a long, long time, you can't go wrong, can you really? So that's what I'm going to use first. So the first colour I'm probably going to use is this low blow colour, which you can see here. And I'm going to use a Real Techniques brush. It is a Real Techniques brush, it's just rubbed off. It's a nice round fluffy brush. Great brush. I don't know what it's called because it's, like I said, it's rubbed off, but yeah, great brush. And we want to basically make the eye pop out. So this is why we're putting this brown colour on, and this brown colour will go all over the lid, and well, not all over the lid, but all over the back. So you can intense basically most of the top section with this colour. Doesn't matter, I've gone in a little bit into the corner there, but that's fine, we can all clear that up. You want to get this as like blended out as possible as well. Go into the socket as well, so you have like a nice intense brown. So we're doing, but you can see where the intensity, yes, it's a bit patchy, but obviously that's why I'm blending it in, but you can see the intensity of the colour straight away. like I said, don't be afraid to use like loads. Yes, I might look a bit of a drag queen at the moment, but you want this intensity, and if you do not get it at the start, you don't, it'll just fade away, because at the end you can blend this all in, so it doesn't matter. And if you need to go back onto the other eye because you don't think they're matching, then go ahead and do that. So I think they're both matching now. You can see that I've got that brown on very, very clearly. Now we'll move on to the next colour. So I think I'm going to use the same brush. I might go in a little bit more redder just to pop that out even more. So I'm probably going to go with Caney, I think it's called Caney. I'll show you it. So it's this more just intense brown, just a little bit up from this one. So like that. Caney, there it is. So just go over the top of the one that you just put on and intense that up a lot more. You're thinking probably, why did I put the first colour on? The first colour is basically down. Because I put that base down, you're not going straight in with a dark colour. Because the darker you go, the more intense you go, the more harder it is to blend out. So if you go in with a base colour, you can blend it into that base colour. As you can see, like, it doesn't look crazy. It does because obviously it's a bit messy at the moment. But so we're going to leave that palette for now, and we're going to go on to a different palette. I've got a couple of other palettes because we're going to do a bit of a spotlight eye today. So yeah, so I am going to go into a different one. So the next one I'm going to go on to is the I Heart Chocolate Cherry palette. So this is what the box looks like. I love these eyeshadow palettes. I think they're really good for a price. They're about £9 at the most, and they're really, really nice palettes. So that's what that is. That's off the back. So the palette actually looks like this. You've probably all seen these before. They do them in, like, if they're any to do with like any chocolate ones, they are in this chocolate design, which I think is really great. Pops out superb. And that's at the back. It just explains what ingredients is and actually what product you've got. So this is what the cherry palette actually looks like. There is some really beautiful shimmers in there. There's about 5, maybe even a few more, as you can see. Like, it's just intense, the palette. I think it's the most prettiest palette, and it's got nice neutral colours in, which you always need for at the end. So that's that. And if you also smell these palettes, this actually does smell like cherry. I think they're really, really clever, because whatever flavour they are, and if you keep them closed, they do smell like it. So we're going to go on to that palette. As I'm sort of going combined in here are 2 purple shades, which are All Gone, which is this shade, and Morello. So they're like a matte purple, not like massive intense, but yeah. So I'm going to use a fluffy brush again, but a more smaller intense one. All the sun's definitely coming out now a little bit. So this is the brush. This is from Spectrum. I got these brushes in a pack, which they were quite expensive, but some of them I think are absolutely great. This is just a smaller, intense, fluffy brush. I think it's really, really good to get in the socket and down the sides. So I'm going to use that, and then over. So you want this to come over most of the lid and down the sides. So this is why we put the brown on, because now we're intensing the eye and making it darker so your eye pops out, because you probably can see where my eye is popping out now. So like I said, you want it down that socket and down the other side and down in this corner. These are really good palettes. I think they're so good. I've got so many of them, and for the price that they are, I think they're just amazing. You cannot go wrong with these. Like, they do take a little bit of work in, but the colour payoff is definitely there. Like, this is coming up to these decay ones any day. If you feel like you've lost the brown or the two browns in the first instant, that's fine, because we can always go back and intense, because I feel like this one is okay, but this one I've lost a bit of a brown up there, but that's absolutely fine. We can do that at the end before we blend it with the natural colour, so that's fine. So as you can see, now I've proper intensed them with that purple. So we're just going to intense it a little bit more with a different purple, just not much more, but a little bit more. We use the same brush, and now I'm going to go into the NYX palette. So this is this one, and this one is called Cool News. I think I've ripped it off by accident up here. So this is the back of it. So this is what it looks like inside. There is some really pretty colours in here. I think it's really good. There's naturals. You go to next, which is your first base colours. These are either your inner or your lid colour. These are just make it more intense, and these are to make it even more intense and a pop of colour and even silvery grey. So they're them. So the colour that we're actually going to use in it is this middle colour, which is a darker purple. Probably looks like the same as the other ones I just used, but this is actually a more intenser purple, so we're just going to use that a little bit. I was going to use this brush, but I think I'm going to use a very different brush. It's actually one of the Urban Decay ones I'm going to use. So this is the brush. So you've got a flatter side this side and a thin, small, fluffy brush this side. Love this brush. This is so good to intense the eye with darker colours. So I'm going to use that one. So pack it on your brush and just take it on the corners and into the socket again. And you probably can see, if I try and come up in a minute, that is a lot more intense now from this eye. So we've even darkened it here a little bit more. So take it on that one. Like I said, this brush is really, really nice, and it's really good to get in them corner areas, because it's just, once you've done both eyes and you feel like you're matching, like so, might just do a little bit on that corner. Always make sure that you are matching, because if you're not matching, it will just look a bit of a mess. So there we go. So we are definitely matching now. So the products I'm going to actually use to do the spotlight eye are the NYX HD Studio Photogenic Concealer, which is this one. I'm actually not sure what colour this is. It just says CW04.5 on it, so it doesn't actually give you a colour. So this is this. So this is, just take the product off as much. So that's that. I find this concealer is probably any better than getting a proper cut crease one. So the little brush I'm going to use with this is a Real Techniques one, as you can see there, and it's just a little brush like that. It doesn't actually, oh, it's called an accent brush, ACCENT brush. I just think this is quite a good brush to put on the concealer into the middle, so I'm going to use that. So just take your product onto the brush, just take as much as you can, try and get the brush full, and then basically what you're going to do, I'll do one eye and then we can see what the other one is. Like, basically take it in the middle and drag it down like so. We don't want it hitting right up the top, because basically you're going to lose most of the intents, but you want it to get quite thin. But every eye is different, so do the eye or do it how you feel is best. Probably go down a little bit at the side, a little bit higher. So like so. But what I'm going to do is get a bit more product. Because it was drying out a little bit. That's better. You don't want it drying out, basically. So that's that. So before I go on the other eye, I'm just going to show you which eyeshadow I'm going to put on there, because that will dry very, very quick. And what you don't want is, you want it tacky, but you don't want it dry. So I'm going to use a brush. This has got gold flickery bits and silver bits in it. These are the two brushes I'm going to use. It's a double-ended thing. I actually got these from Poundland. They are really, really good. It's a new range that they come out, and I thought these are really, really good. All my other ones, flat ones, were going funny, so I've got about 3 of these. I was trying to find some more, but yeah, they kind of go out a little bit. So yeah, this is what I'm going to use. So I'm actually going to use another palette. Yes, I've used about 4 palettes in this. So I'm actually going to use one by Revolution, another one by Revolution, and this is my Sign palette, and this one is in the Water Sign. So there you go. So the Water Sign is actually for Pisces, Cancer and Scorpio, which that's technically what I am, so that's what I'm going to use. So mine is saying on the back that I am powerful, I am faithful, and I'm magnetic. Cancer is caring, protective, intuitive, and Pisces is mystical, intuitive and romantic. So yeah, that's quite good. So this is what the palette looks like. I didn't actually get this palette because it's my water sign or my star sign. I actually got it for the colours. So I like a lot of greens, but we're not using them. But there's some nice pinks in here. So we're going to open it up, and they're all they're all shiny eyeshadow. So this is not a palette you can use for every day, because they are literally, there's no mattes in there at all. So the one we're going to use is this pink up here. No, we're not. Pink we are going to use is this darker pink here. So So just push that on to the eyeshadow. You might have to do this a couple of times because you do generally want it to go on intense sort of lot. Yes, you're gonna think that I've lost the bit up the top there, but that's fine. Like I said, we can go at the end and touch it up, so don't panic. I just want to make sure the actual eyeshadow is setting and everything looks good. So that's cool. So that looks very intense. So we've made that. So now what we're going to do is go back onto the other eye. I'm actually going to do this in time lapse because it's going to be a lot more easier. So I will see you in 2 seconds. So as you saw in the little time lapse I done, I obviously matched them up, so we are in the right position for both eyes now, which is great. We can carry on to the next step. So the next step is actually we are going to use I'm just thinking what to do now. On last. No, I might put this on now so it mixes in. So what I'm going to do actually is use another Essence product. I'll try and explain it in a minute because you actually can't see it. So basically this is a metallic shock eyeshadow, and this is in the Stars and Stories, which is in like an intense pink, glittery pink, which is really pretty. So as you can see, so what I'm going to do is take it off the brush again with another brush and put that into the middle. I'm going to find a perfect brush. So I know this is just a point brush, it's very, very tiny, but this is what we're going to use because this is probably the best thing to do. So just take the product off onto the brush. It might be even worth doing it from this brush, but we'll try because I think this is going to be the more detailed bit to do it from. So we'll do it from this. So I've got my product on there, it's very, very tiny. And then we're going to intense this middle bit up a little bit more. So you probably can see that where I'm putting it on. You're thinking, why have I put that first eyeshadow on? Well, that first eyeshadow is a base for this because I'm not, as you can see, I'm sort of dotting this round. This is not actually, and to be fair, putting this on, dotting it around is making that more intense. So we'll do the other eye. So you're not actually taking the eyeshadow off underneath, you're just literally embracing what it is, and you can see the dotty movement I am actually making. So yeah, so we'll let that dry a little bit. And what we will do, we'll go back into the other colours that we used. So I will use some other brushes. So I'm going to use another brush, double-ended brush. This is from Primark, so this has got a fluffy ended brush and this has got this little pointed brush. So what this little pointed brush is going to do is make this a lot easier for me to at the top while this is drying. So we'll go back into them two browns, we will mix them together. So that was called Low Blow in the Urban Decay one and the Canny one. So pick that both up on the brush like so, and then we'll go back into it like this, because you do not want to take that out. So go back in again if you feel like that's not intense enough, because you need to do it for what you feel is basically right. And I'm just literally just going over the top, as you can see. So I'll do it on the other eye. Because you don't want to go down the bottom lash line yet, because we've got to clean this all up. So that's basically intense them two. And then what you're going to do is get the little fluffy brush. We're going to go back into the I Heart Revolution Cherry palette with Argan and Morello that I showed you. And what you're going to do is tap that onto the side of where you just put the eyeshadow. Because it's a sticky base, it should take it like so. So we don't want to take it away, but we want to intense it. We want to blend it in. And that's not the end of it. So if you feel like you've taken quite a lot of the middle bit away, don't worry, because this is not the end. So you're just doing that on both sides. So now we're gonna make the middle bit even more intense in my eyes. I have got this Revolution eye glisten side thing. So you have got an eyeshadow this side and you have got a glitter the other end. So that's what it looks like. By the way, this is called Yours Truly. They did have some more, I think they brought more out. So this is just a pretty, basically like sort of pinky rose gold glitter, which is really nice. It's not too intense but still nice. So they just come like this, two sides. The one that the brush that you use, that I personally use, this little tiny brush, I'm going to use for the glitter as well. So take some of that on like so, and then basically dab that in the middle. This might take a couple times, but just get the intensity that you obviously want. So I don't know if you can see, this is the one that's got the glitter on now, this is the one that's not, so I will do that eye now. Okay, pat that on in the middle. Dip in as many times as you want and make the like glitter in as intense as you want, because at the end of the day it's your eye, and it's how you want to make it. So that's that. So we're just going to let that dry now. So it's all coming together. What we're going to do is use a makeup wipe and clean the bottom. Like so. Very, very nice. So we're going to go back into this 2-pointed brush, and we're going to use the little tiny brush on the end, and I'm going back into the cherry palette again with the All Gone and Morello colour. And now we're going to do the bottom lash line. So I will try and show you this. So like so, try and join them up to the corners because it all helps. And then I'm going to go back into the NYX palette with that more intense purple as well. Like so. Don't worry if this all looks messy, like I said, we can all tidy it up at the end. So now your middle bit has probably dried, we will go in with the Urban Decay one and the little fluffy brush, intense one, back into the NYX colour I just used, and go on the sides and go in the corner. Like so. So basically that is the look done. What I'm going to do is just put some mascara on, and then I will show you how we are going to clear it up. So the mascara I will show you that I'm going to use is so the one I'm going to use is the Max Factor Volume Infusion, and the brush looks like this. So I'm just going to go off camera, do that, and then we'll be back to clear everything up, and then we can have a look at the finished look. Right, I've done the mascara now, so what we're going to do is just finish off by cleaning everything up. So the brush I'm going to use is from Muda Pro, like this, really intense, really fluffy brush. This is the BMX 430 crease one. Don't know if you can see that there. That's what it is. So we're actually gonna use the cherry palette that is from I Heart Revolution, and I am gonna use Almond because this is not a complete white colour, but I think it's going to be really pretty for what we're going to use. So yeah, so just take some of that onto your brush. Obviously if this is too intense, there is another colour in there that is called Spring, so we can use that if we think this is not blending in. So take that on, tap some off, and then just go in any area with this and take the harsh line out, basically. So go back and forth like so. If you feel like you have lost the brown, I can always go back in there, but it's not that bad. As you can see on camera, I've got it down the cart here. So go underneath. down the side, like literally blend it as much as you want. Like, see, you can see how much this is blended much more better than this side. So we're going to do this side. So take this is just a basic technique that you just need to do. You need to get the biggest fluffy brush that you can get and then just go back and forth, but obviously try not to go too close to the colours because you will take them out. So as you can see, take any harsh lines out that you just don't want and just blend as much as you want. As you can see, that looks so much better than what I had a minute ago because it was thick harsh lines and you just don't want that. So I'm just going to go off camera one more time, just sort my hair out, and I will then show you the finished look of what I've done on my eyes and we'll go from there. So I've come back, I've just sorted my hair out, so it does look a little bit more decent, but yeah, basically this is the finished look. You can see where these colours are making my eyes really pop out. What I'll try and do is bring you closer in a minute and then you can see it all. Sorry about the lines in the blinds, I'm trying to go this way so I'm not getting that in. But yeah, so you can obviously see where it's making my eyes pop a lot more. Obviously I've got green eyes, so this is going to make people's eyes pop. Even if you have a brown, I think it'll make your eyes pop. So I'll bring you closer, try to bring you closer now. So this is what it looks like under the ring light. I will close my eyes in 2 seconds. Which I think it's really come out really well. I think it looks really, really nice. With a fake lash on, obviously with the whole shebang done of your face, I think it'll look really, really nice. So this is what it looks like. And I think all these products I've obviously tried to show you are still available, so hopefully you will be able to recreate this look. So how the look has come out, I'm really, really happy about it. I think it looks really, really nice. It looks intense, it looks glam, and I'm really looking forward to doing it again for my night out with my friends. So yeah, I'm really, really looking forward to that. So like I say, I hope you have liked this video. Like, I've tried to do a little bit different this time and explain what I have done in the process, explain the products, how I do things. Just try and make it simple for you so you are able to recreate these looks. Products that I think that are quite affordable for people. Some of these products I've obviously showed you are quite cheap, like the cherry palette, like the water palette. So these obviously from Revolution, like I said, they are just as good, it's just better intense as the Urban Decay one. So yeah, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, please like it. If you like the video in a whole, give it a thumbs up. If you like all the products I have showed you, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel because you will see me do a lot more of these looks. I will try and do different colours, mix colours together. I am trying to use my knowledge, how I've done makeup over how many years, to show you how to do these things. So yeah, please subscribe, please ding the bell, the notification bell. You will see me when I load up a video and you can watch it straight away. Yeah, and I think that is everyone. And I want to just say thank you for watching my videos, thank you for supporting me, the people that do support me and do watch these and do like them and do subscribe, because it really helps me out and it helps me out to know what you guys like in these videos. So yeah, so the last thing I just want to do is mwah, and give you the love like I always do, like la 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 la. So yeah, so thanks for watching and I will see you next time. Bye.